This Ovonic 3S3050C battery is a game changer. What's up, fellas? You ever been tearing down the track, carving up the skies, dominating the waves, and then you feel that gut-wrenching, sinking feeling when your battery dies? That's the moment that your RC masterpiece sputters out, leaving you stranded. Well, gentlemen, it is time to unleash the beast. We're talking about this Ovonic 3S50C 3000 milliamp hour battery. It has a Dean-style connector, which is probably the most universal. And you should just consider this a battery. This is a power injection for your vehicle. So what do those numbers actually mean? That's a lot of numbers. 3S means it's 11.1 volts of power for your vehicle. 3000 milliamp hours is how much storage capacity there is in the battery. And then the magic sauce is in that 50C number. That number is what tells you how much instant burst of power and torque you're going to get out of the battery. So a common question I hear or see is about, is that C level too high? So this is what you need to think of it as. So think of that C level as a wider pipe, right? Instead of a narrow little pipe. So when you hit the throttle, the question is how many volts can this thing push through that wide pipe, as opposed to if the battery has a small pipe and it can only get so much out there instantly. That's how you should think about the C rate. And then the other thing is, what's the deal with the Dean's connector? So the Dean's connector is kind of like the gold standard, right? It's super secure, generic on so many RCs, and it's got a good flow rate. So can't go wrong with this Dean's Connect. It's going to minimize your power and make sure you get a good long run out of the battery. So how do you keep this beast running? How do you take care of it? So a couple of the basics. You want to avoid deep discharging and serious overcharging of it. And if you're going to store it, put it in that store mode. Make sure you're using a charger that's designed for a LiPo battery. And if you see it start to get puffy and distort itself, it's time to safely discard it. It's done. This Ovonic 3S3050C battery is a game changer, and in addition to it being really good, high power out, all those things, this is a generic battery that came with the DRC. This is a generic Rololo battery, and as you can see, it is pretty much the same size to the Rololo and kind of close to the DRC. So this form and function is going to work in so many RCs. If you should want this for yourself, there's a link on the screen or down in the description. If you would use that, I appreciate it. It doesn't cost you anything extra to do that. If I've added some value here, please give the video a like, maybe share it. And then finally, if you have any thoughts, questions, challenges, put them in the comments. Let's talk about it. I hope this was helpful. See you in the next video.